So I want to bring on two ladies. They're actually a mother-daughter team, and they were at my boot camp. And I'm going to have them come on right now, and I'm going to have them talk about their experience at boot camp. And so, Marta and Raquel, do you want to show your beautiful faces? Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hi, Raquel.
Hi.
Hi, Marta. So, you guys,
Hello.
these two, Marta and Raquel, they are a mother-daughter team. And so let's start with you, Raquel. You initially weren't going to join the boot camp. You did it because you're like, my mom made me do it, right?
Pretty much, if I'm being honest, it was one of those things where me and my mom are super close and we do so many things together, including try to lose weight for years and years and years. And so she's always trying to get me to do all these different things. Like, have you tried this? Have you tried that? So then she messaged me and was like, oh my gosh, there's this boot camp. It's like an all day thing with this professional, like it's going to be so cool. And I was like, fine.
You're like, wah, wah. I know, I remember that. I remember you were like, I'm just doing it for my mother.
That's exactly what I said initially, is I was like, I told myself, okay, it could be super interesting, but I'm mostly doing it because I know she wants me to, and she wants me to like be there with her.
Yeah. And then what was your main, like, when you decided to do the boot camp, what was your main thing that you wanted to get out of it? Like, what did you want to learn?
I wanted to learn how to eat better, because I was on a roller coaster of just gaining weight, like my whole life, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight. And then I was reaching a point where I kept gaining weight, and I just wasn't stopping. And, it's really easy for people to say like, well, can't you just eat better?
Yeah.
And, and it's like, well, I apparently it's not that easy, because I was gaining weight. Yeah. And I think the main thing I wanted to get out of it was to learn how to lose weight the right way, the healthy way, the way that could last me the rest of my life, so that I never had to worry about it again, so that I could be healthy for the rest of my future. And I just wanted the path of how to do that, how to learn that, how to get there.
Awesome. What about you, Marta? So when you made your daughter come with you to the boot camp, you saw, actually, you were referred by, I think, or you were in the group and you saw me do this kind of thing with the boot camp, right? Or you saw somebody.
I saw somebody post, one of my friends posted.
Yeah.
And right away it's like, oh my gosh, that is exactly what I'm looking for. Tell me more, Debbie, tell me more.
Yeah. Why did you want to do but what about the boot camp were you looking for? Like, what were you wanting to do?
Well, so I'm getting old and everything hurts, and I was very thin for the first 40 years of my life, and then after that I just gained a lot of weight, and I've tried everything under the sun to lose weight. I've got arthritis, it hurts to get up, I was tired all the time, no energy. About 2 or 3 I'd be in the afternoon sitting on the couch, wanting to take a nap, and it was like, gosh, I just don't want to see my life be like this. And I'm getting older. I don't want a walker. I don't want to go in a nursing home. I don't want to do all of those things. I know I can have a better life. And
so you saw that, you were like, I am excited to learn like what I can do to jumpstart, to feel better.
I knew you were different than the other programs that I'd been on. And I knew that I was going to get guidance from you and coaching calls and like just hands-on. So I wanted to check you out in the boot camp and see, do we connect? What do I think? What am I going to learn? And how am I going to stop this craziness in my life and be the person that I want to be? And know I can be.
Yeah. And that's exactly why I did this boot camp, because I want anybody who is just wanting information and wanting to get a jump start and wanting to kind of see like, hey, who is this chick? Like, is she, being able to talk with me actually and get like that one-on-one coaching, so they can kind of get the vibe of what we do in this group, right? That's the reason why I did the boot camp. So Raquel, when you did the boot camp, did you learn anything at the boot camp?
I almost learned too much, Terry. So, okay, at the boot camp, right, I brought a notebook because I was like, I don't know what's going to be talked about, but it's like an all day thing, so it's got to be a lot. And I kind of had that feeling of like the windshield wipers, you know, like on my eyes, or like the curtain being opened, where you said so many things that day that struck so many chords with me that I was like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. Or like, why didn't I know this from the time I was young, like little, you know, like why this is all clicking, and it makes sense why I feel the way I feel.
Yeah.
Because when you start thinking, well, I don't eat that bad, you know, I only eat out like this many times, or I exercise, but when all the information that you give at the boot camp, it was just like clicked finally. And I was like, this makes sense. This is why I am the way I am. This is why I feel the way I feel. This is why I haven't been able to lose weight in a sustainable way. So I felt like I learned so much about how food affects our body, how our hormones affect our body, and how all of that plays into our health and how we feel and how we look with our weight. And it was extremely eye-opening and made me want to keep going with it.
Yeah, it made you kind of like, like I want to jumpstart my results, right? I like want to figure out what to do, and so it kind of gave you that motivation to be like, yeah, I'm confident I can do this, right? Kind of gave you the confidence to be able to realize that there was help, that you could do this.
When it was such an eye-opening experience that it went, at least in this specific incident, it went from my mom trying to like get me to do something to me realizing this lady knows what she's talking about. I want this for myself. She's going to be able to get me there, you know, as long as I do the work. Yeah. And it really became a self thing of like, I want to do this. I need to do this. And this is going to be how it's done.
Yeah. How about you, Marta? Did you learn anything at the one-day boot camp?
So much. It was almost overwhelming. There was so much material, what it did was make me want to learn more, to keep getting educated. Yeah. I mean, it helped me. Like Raquel and I started before the academy. We just started right away. We jumped on board, and it's wonderful doing it with someone. Because you and all the sisters keep us accountable, but we also talk a lot and help each other and shop together sometimes and just make sure that we're understanding. But there's just so much wonderful information, and it just made me more and more and more excited.
Yeah. And the day at the boot camp, you know, like I just said at the beginning of this whole Facebook Live, I said, I'm going to throw in a lot at you this day, but did you both feel like, because I really wanted to make sure at the boot camp that I gave you guys enough stuff that you could gave you tools that you could start the next day, like with foods and with lists. And did you feel like you got some stuff that you could the next day start doing?
Absolutely. And we did. I mean, we were comparing notes, and, you know, we had the bad food list, like the 12 bad foods. And I mean, there was just so much that we could start the next day, which we did, but we knew there was a lot more we wanted to learn. Yeah. But yes, it was wonderful. We're just both of us are so glad that we leaped.
Well, and let's talk about that. Let's be real here. Now, obviously, I'm not doing this for the money. Like, let's just talk about what the cost was to do the boot camp. I mean, seriously, $47. I mean, it's like I'm giving it away, right? I mean, it's like, come
absolutely.
On. But you know, the reason why I'm doing this boot camp 2 times this time is because last time it sold out. There were so many women in this group that were just hungry for information, basically because their doctors are failing them. Right. And so when you can go to a boot camp where a holistic nutritionist can actually give you things to start doing, you know, besides drugs, because I can't, you know, I can't prescribe drugs. I'm happy to say I can't. I don't ever want to do that. But to be able to give you guys the tools like instantly, some of them, I mean, there's so many more, but just some that you can start the next day and implement. That's important to me. So you guys feel like you got value for that?
Oh, so much value. Absolutely.
Yeah. A real quick story. When I went to the doctor's one time and was wanting help with my weight, and we were kind of talking about like my lifestyle and my diet, she really was like, well, just stop eating that. and I was like, it just felt so like condescending and like, oh, you know, if it was that easy, everyone in America would be thin and healthy, and, you know? Right. And so like, I feel like your boot camp, it was one of those things where you did give us a lot of information. I don't feel like it was too much. I felt like it was the right amount to get me fired up and excited, but it was a lot, to the point where, like my mom said, the very next day, even when I left that night, I had so much that I could already implement in my life. I was like, okay, well, I already want to cut that stuff out of my diet. Okay, I want to add this stuff back in. But there was also that feeling of like, I have so much I can already implement, but I know that I need more, and I need more of the coaching, and I need more of the tools. So it was just such an awesome experience to leave knowing I already felt like I had more knowledge in that day than I had in the 29 years that I've been alive, you know?
Well, it's super important to me. Like, I know there's a lot of health coaches out there that sell programs, and you buy their program for whatever, and then you never see them. You buy a book. I mean, people don't do that. They're not, I mean, how many times, I mean, you guys probably have done this where you've bought something online, and it's a program, and there's no guidance, there's no structure, it's just a book or something. You don't read it. So that's what this boot camp was designed to do. It was designed, you get some interaction time, and something that I can give you, not only talk with you live, but also start giving you advice and giving you some things that you can take with you to start implementing in your health life, right? So it was very important to me to create value for women, because I understand the frustration of trying to get people to help. You know, so I'm thank you guys for sharing your stories about it. One last thing is, I'll just say, just real quick, each of you just say, tell these girls why it's just a kind of a no-brainer not to do the camp. I mean, it's just like a no-brainer not to do it. You're going to get value from it. Well, I'll let you explain. You can say, why should they come to camp?
So I know there's like a phrase of like, you can't fix what you don't know. You know what I mean? Like, isn't there like a phrase like that where like, if you don't know what's going on, how are you ever going to fix it? So I would tell women to like, you absolutely 100% need to do this boot camp, because if you are unhappy with your health or your weight or just anything of that nature, you can't fix it until you know what it is. You know, so you know the why, what it is, the why it's happening, and then you can learn the tools to fix it. So to me, it's a no-brainer anymore. I know maybe I hesitated in the very beginning, but having been hesitant, ladies, and then having done it, you need to do it. It is just the most empowering feeling to feel like you don't need a doctor anymore. You will have the knowledge. You know, Terry is there to guide you and pass on her knowledge, not just like, I don't know, throw you to the side. She will be there. You will then have the knowledge, and then you can take your own health into your own hands. That's awesome. A really awesome feeling.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, Marta, what about you? Why should these ladies just take the plunge and just join us in the
well, it will be the best decision you ever made, and take
$47. I mean, seriously.
I bribed Raquel. Just a little side note.
She paid for mine.
I'll pay for it. Come with your mama. And I've got to tell you, so poor Raquel, she's got the mom that's always like, oh, let's try this. Let's try this. Okay, let's try this. All right, this one looks really cool. Let's try this. And she's like, all right. Yeah, I don't really like it. Nah, I'm not really into it. Nah, it's not really working. When we left the boot camp, she was so excited. I mean, usually that's me. I'm like the crazy excited one. She was like, oh my God, Mom, that was so awesome. I'm so glad you invited me and we did this together. It's like the best thing. I'm just so excited for what's coming. And we have stuck with it. I mean, that was just the beginning, the boot camp, but of course we continued on and just love every minute of it. I mean, what have you got to lose for $47? I tried a lot of things. All of you out there probably tried a lot of things, and they probably all cost a lot more than that. And you're just going to learn so much. Plus, you're going to meet a lot of really wonderful women that are going to be in the boot camp with you. And you're going to feel a real connection and a sisterhood with all of them, even if it's just for one day.
Yeah.
It was amazing and still is amazing.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you for sharing your little blurb about the boot camp. Hopefully, we'll get lots of women join up for the boot camp, and they'll see more of you for sure in the future.
Hey, they can always reach out if they have any questions. I would
Okay,
love
yeah,
to talk.
we'll take. They can tag you in the group or reach out.
Okay,
Thank you for
yeah.
offering that too. You guys are awesome. All right,
Thanks,
thank
Mama
you guys.
Terry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, I'm going to share my screen again. So, guys, this is what the boot camp is all about. Okay, it's a half a day boot camp, and like Marta and Raquel said, it's just a no-brainer. Okay, this is I put this together for you. I'm not doing this for any other reason other to give you guys so much information and to be able to help you, because I love what I do so much, and I just want to help you. I want to help you to get a jump start and start taking action on your health. Most of you aren't taking any action because you don't know what to do. Most of you are not taking any action because you're just frustrated and you're like, what is going on? So here's the deal. Here's what I decided to do. Last time I did this boot camp, it sold out like in a day. So I decided I was going to offer 2 different days. So you can choose to do the Saturday, July 24th or Sunday, July 25th. Here's the times. And it's all online. It's live. You're going to be able to talk with me. Once you register, you go to academybootcamp.com. Just go there. Once you register, I will give you all the information you need to know from there. So the first thing is just get in here in the schedule. Just register, because if you don't, it will fill and then you'll lose your spot. Okay. So go to academybootcamp.com and then you can get your spot in for either Saturday the 24th or Sunday the 24th. Either one, not both. You pick one or the other, okay? It's a 4-hour, probably will go a little bit more closer to 5, but we're going to have 4 hour of real coach study time. And then I have a lot planned for you in that 4 hours, just like you heard Raquel and Marta say. And here's the other thing I want to say really quick about who is this for, okay? Raquel and Marta had very different health situations. Okay. I don't think they'll care if I share this, but Marta, has diabetes. Okay. Raquel doesn't have diabetes. She has insulin resistance. Okay. So when you have, you see they're different ages, they're different, they were diagnosed with different things. But they all are struggling with the same thing, which is not knowing what to do to get to their goal, which is to become healthier, balance their hormones, and lose weight. So this boot camp is for any woman. I tell people, like, I don't know why somebody wouldn't want to go, because even if you don't have diabetes, if you're not feeling good, if you're on any medications at all, you have an imbalance in the body. If you are not feeling well, if you feel like you have to take a nap during the day, if you have aches and pains, if you have any of the itises, the arthritis, the bursitis, the tendonitis, if you have any headaches, if you have anything that's going on that you don't feel good, you need to come to the camp, because you're going to get exposed to some solutions. I am going to help you start your process of figuring out what is going on with you. We're going to jumpstart that. So it's for your benefit to join us. It'll be worth your time. And I promise you the result and what you're going to get from that day will blow your mind. That's kind of what I do. I just want to blow people's minds and I want to help them. I want to make sure that whatever I give you that day, you're going to be able to take and start the next day to get results. Bottom line. Okay. So let's get you registered. This is all I'm going to say about it. Here's your options: Saturday or Sunday. You go to the academybootcamp.com. So make sure you get registered right away. And if you have any questions on this, you guys, you can tag me in the group, or you can email me, or just Facebook message me or whatever. Okay. So again, academybootcamp.com. Go ahead and get registered. Here were some of the ladies that joined the boot camp last time. Yay. So go ahead and get registered. And once you register, I will see your registration and you will hear from me right away with next steps. Okay, you guys, have any questions? Let me know. Otherwise, have an amazing night. I can't wait to see your name on the roster. Bye for now.